these little cages, I guess you want to call, they're actually called pillows. So it looks like a little pillow, right? I don't know if any of you've heard of Holly Hyder Chapel, but she's an event planner and a big wedding production person in the South. And she does not like Oasis, which a lot of people do not like now, so we're trying to kind of have alternative methods for our mechanics. And so, you know, it looks like a chicken wire kind of thing, but chicken wire is kind of bendy, it picks and so forth. So she designed this, and now Syndicate Sales has picked it up and is selling it, you know, in the wholesale market. The fun thing about it, there are a couple shapes. There's this pillow, this is a 6-inch pillow. There's a 4-inch pillow, and there are a couple of egg shapes. And what the egg shape is really prominent for is like wedding bouquets, because if you look at this, the difference between this and a grid or something is it's shaped, and when you put your flower in, if you go across, it stays there. If you have just a straight line, it's not going to stay where you want it. And I had trouble because I was trying to move some of these things around in here, and I was like, whoa, it's really in there. So it does work. But I could lift this whole thing out. Oops. Oh, I have it. You glued something on it. But you can see, I could lift it out and put it back in. And I could hold it in my hand if I needed to, you know, like a bouquet. And I'm just, you know, using these this year. They're new on the market. And, but I'm thinking it's going to be terrific for like things like tulips and things, because, you know, then you can make them stand and be separated. Daffodils, you know, before you needed 50 daffodils to make it look like something, but now you can put them in the different holes and have them, you know, with something in between. So I think you're going to have fun with this. Teddy was saying, oh, it's plastic. Yes, Heidi also designed this. Holly Hyder Chapel, I get her name all mixed up. She designed this because this is very popular with florists now for weddings. And so when you want to put something on the table that looks really nice, somehow everyone wants to take it home. So she designed this plastic bowl, which doesn't cost as much as crystal. And people can take it home. And you know, it's a reasonably priced container for a wedding centerpiece. And you can make it really pretty big. You'll see today, if we made some of our stems longer, you could make it bigger. You could use branches. You can do whatever. You can have fun with it. And when you're done with this bouquet, you know, you just pull it out, throw it away, and you've got your thing all set up, and you can do your Easter arrangement or whatever. So I put these together for you. They come in half in a box. They're all just piled up in a box. But when I found that I was doing these snapped together pretty well. But sometimes they wouldn't go and you needed needle nose pliers. I just used it to get the thing across. But if you really wanted to take it apart, you could, but I'm not sure why you would want to do that. But, I mean, you can wash it and do whatever you want to it. So it's a fun thing, and most people haven't used them before, so I think you'll have fun and you'll really like using it. Now, I'm not giving you any greens that you would normally use in your arrangements, because you know me, I like to manipulate. So you know, I suppose we could use them in there, but they're a little big, right? Yeah. So aspidistra leaves are the best things to play with because they're called cast iron plants and they are tough. So I like to strip them And after I show you a couple things, then we'll do some things together. But the other fun thing after you strip it is you probably will need to snip the stem, and then you turn it inside out. So now you have a fun thing that looks kind of like that. Okay, and then we can put it, we didn't put water in your dishes because, you know, I got here with that much water in mine, but I did make one quick stop. So I have some water in the back of my car. But we can put it in one side and tuck it in the other. And we've got a little swirl, which you can see. I think I don't know what you wrote in your book, but on my notes I said tour through a spring garden or something. So this is the pathway. We're taking the tour. You know, I'm always interpreting. I have to change my flora in winter. They told me I made a mistake. It's like 16 years now. You know, time flies when you're having fun. So whatever, I was behind. So I'm going to do, I would have you do a couple of these so that we can have a couple of paths that go around and cover the pillow, which is not going to, you know, it's not offensive if it shows. But if we did 3 of our leaves and did that, sure, you can do it. So I strip them in about 4 strips. And you know, when you get to the where it is going to maybe tear, and if it tears, do you see what I gave you? U-glues. We'll use those to fix it. But then after you've stripped it a little bit, or you know, the 4, then we're going to turn it inside out, and then you can make all kinds of shapes. Yeah. Oh. So this is what it looked like without being turned. And then you just take your stem and put it through. It won't matter if you put it over or under, really. And then just pull it through. And you have and then we're going to put it like she did. You put it in one side, and then tuck the other end in the other, a hole over on the other side. When you get your packet of flowers, in it you're going to have some lily grass, and I think we played with lily grass when I was here before. Yeah. You know, I like to tie it in knots, remember? So you can tie it in knots again, and then we'll do this together after you get, but another fun thing to do with it is to take it and put it in your aspidistra leaf, weave it right in there so it stays where you want it. So now, so you see these coming across here on the top? They're woven right into my aspidistra leaf so that it stays there. Another different thing about this arrangement that maybe some of you might not always do is to kind of group the flowers rather than just put them one by one all the way around. If you look at this, my tulips, which were very tiny, I think I made sure the person got bigger tulips in their bunch. But your tulips will make a bigger statement. But I grouped my tulips over on this part right here. And then I started with the alstroemeria on this side and went kind of down the back. And then I put 2 of the roses here and 2 of the roses over here. And then you'll have Bupleurum as filler. I'm going to put them over here. And I'm going to make one a little bit longer. But you know, tulips are fickle. They grow toward the sun, so tomorrow morning it could be going upward. Now I'm showing that I took this lily grass, if you want to see what that happened with that, make smaller slits in the aspidistra, and if you put it more than one, it starts to look like a woven piece right in the middle of your arrangement. Do you see it? So now I've got my tulips, or a lot of you have your tulips, so I would start across from the tulips, starting with the alstroemeria, and just put them nicely in, you know, so that they they'll stand up straight. Or so now I went with my alstroemeria just kind of across, and you'll have 2 more. That's only 3, so you'll have a couple more. That's the nice thing about alstroemeria. I love alstroemeria because it looks gardeny, but yet it lasts forever. So we have some alstro in there. I have another tulip left I could put in. Tulips actually are fun to work with when they aren't stiff, but as soon as you give them water, they're going to stiffen up. So, all right, now you have 4 roses, so you're going to end up putting 2 on one side and 2 across from it on the other side. So 2 to look at me and 2 to look at you. And not the same height. One in further than the other so that they aren't on the same plane. And you're going to put them right through in between some of your aspidistra leaves. So. I was going to say, where's my other rose? Now the good thing is if you put something where you don't like it, now you don't have a hole in the oasis, you just pull it out and put it where you like it. And nobody will ever know that you had to change it. Isn't that great? So I think I'm going to hide my last alstroemeria in among the aspidistra here. And now I have all this fun Bupleurum to tuck in as a filler. If anything, like I said, if anything's popping out, not behaving, you know what to do, right? Get your U-glue out and glue it. Don't be afraid to put it in sideways. Not everything has to be straight. It has, you can angle it. That's what the pillow is for. And then your Bupleurum, you're going to cut in all little pieces and tuck in wherever you want to. It's like lady's mantle in your garden. Doesn't it look like lady's mantle?